2 Victorian police officers are in hospital after working at violent anti-lockdown protests in Melbourne. The officers were unvaccinated. One is understood to be in a serious condition. It's believed one of them is being given support to breathe, but is not in intensive care.
At least one of the members that has tested positive has been active in terms of working operationally at protest activity. I'm not sure which of the demonstrations. They've been rolling over a number of days. Heightens and highlights the risk that our members have confronted right through this pandemic. But certainly as case numbers come up and as our members continue to operate freely in the community, they are at a greater risk than many other workers.
Another 23 police officers have been stood down to undertake 14 days of quarantine after being exposed to the virus.
Victoria's COVID cases remains into the thousands. 1,638 cases recorded, along with 2 deaths. There's been an alarming overnight spike in hospital cases. 564 currently hospitalised, a rise in 39 from the previous day. 115 are in intensive care.
What we can do as a population to protect our health services as much as possible is to get vaccinated, because then there's a much less likelihood of those cases being introduced into the health system.
Modelling predicts cases will rise, reaching our peak in mid-October. But the government has conceded the state will stick to the roadmap, reopening in late October as vaccination uptake remains on track.
Even though we've got the intervals as short as they can possibly be based on the advice, it does take a little bit of time to get to our second dose target, but we're on track. All the advice I have is we're on track to be there by the 26th.
A government staffer has been snapped on social media for breaching COVID restrictions, days after the Premier doubled down on Victorians for flouting the rules, which saw AFL Grand Final illegal gatherings, leading to a spike in cases.
That's absolutely appalling, and I think her managers will be looking at that. In the first instance, though, I think Victoria Police will be looking at that entire gathering.
Melissa Christidis, Sky News.